Hello everyone and welcome back to another day of Road to TCG Worlds 2017. Arizona Regionals are only 2 days away. Yeah, 2 days away. Today is Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday, and then on Saturday you guys will be playing. A lot of friends of mine will be playing, so yeah, really looking forward to. I don't know if there's gonna be a stream or not. I reckon there will be, most likely. But I haven't seen any info on that yet. I hope I get to catch some of it at least, because I do have an event coming up on Saturday. But anyways, the other deck you guys wanted to see featured, because I did ask on Burbank, on the Burbank City Facebook group, what videos or what decks you wanted to see featured, and Speed Darkrai was one of the top choices. So we have Speed Darkrai here. Ninja Boy is finally fixed, so I wasn't able to use it on the Monday deck, but I am able to use it on today's deck. So we definitely have one Ninja Boy in here, and let's review. So this is the old Darkrai-EX from Dark Explorers. Dark Cloak is an amazing ability. It gives everything in your deck free retreat as long as they have a Darkness energy attached, and Night Spear dealing 90 damage and 30 to the bench is really good. Then we have the other Darkrai-EX, which does 20 damage plus 20 more damage for every Darkness energy in play. Now, Darkhead is not going to be an attack you use at all, really, because we have no way to put our opponents to sleep. But Dark Pulse can deal a lot of damage between Dark Patches, Max Elixirs, Yveltal, recovering energy with Oblivion Wing. We should definitely be able to power up Darkrai's attack in order to one-hit KO whatever is in front of us. Then we have one Yveltal-EX because it's also a really good attacker. You punish your opponent for having a lot of energy on his own Pokemon. And then we have Keldeo-EX and Shaymin-EX as our support Pokemon. Keldeo-EX pretty crucial in this format in order to remove special conditions from Hypnotoxic Laser. And now let's move on to the supporters. We have our 4 Sycamore, we have 2 N, we have 2 Lysander, 1 AC, because even though we have Keldeo, we might want to pick something up in order to prevent a price card. And we also have the Ninja Boy. Now, there's a ton of uses for Ninja Boy. This deck definitely has some uses because you could start Yveltal, start powering up, and then suddenly change that Yveltal for a Darkrai-EX and start dealing damage without needing to retreat or by conserving the energy. You could pull off a surprise Yveltal-EX. You could even do some plays where you Ninja Boy a damaged EX onto an Yveltal to allow your opponent to get that KO, but get 1 prize instead of 2. So there's definitely interesting plays that can come from the Ninja Boy. And yeah, aside from that, our item cards are pretty standard and pretty much consistency based. 4 Verseekers, 4 Ultra Ball, 3 Trainer's Mail, 4 Max Elixir, 4 Dark Patch, 2 Battle Compressor, a single energy switch, and our ace spec of choice this time around is Dowsing Machine. We can recover Dark Patch, we can recover Ultra Ball, we can recover Verseeker, we can recover Ninja Boy, we can do a ton of things. We do have to Reverse Valley in order to deal that little bit of extra damage, because between Reverse Valley and Fighting Fury Belt you can hit an extra 20 damage and 12 basic Darkness energy, because that's what you need in this deck. So that's gonna be it for the deck list review. Let's jump right into the matches. This is not standard, we are using expanded. And expanded, where is the deck? Apparently there's new deck boxes and it wouldn't let me choose an old one, so I decided to choose that one. It also allowed me to only choose between dark, water, and colorless deck boxes. So maybe, I haven't tried it out yet, maybe the deck boxes you get offered into choosing are simply based on the deck, on the types of Pokemon you are using. Not entirely sure, but I'm guessing that's the case because it's too much of a coincidence that the only ones I had available to me were those, and I'm using a deck like that one. So yeah, let's choose head. And we don't get to go first, but we could potentially get a really strong turn 1 attack. Okay, so we do start Shaymin, but as you can see, we might actually be able to use... Oh, whoops. Okay, that was my bad. That was definitely my bad. There's no reason for me to have done this. Wow, that was really bad. That was really bad. Wow. Okay, wow, my opponent actually let me go first, so he's presumably using Night March, I would imagine. So benching the Yveltal-EX was a really bad idea. Okay, I'm going to Ninja Boy my active Shaymin-EX into the baby Yveltal. Oh boy. I mean, my opponent could easily retreat into the Joltik, so I'm just gonna attach to the bench and pass. I'd rather lose, like, if he goes for the 2 prizes, he needs a Lysander, but at least if he KOs my active right away, yeah, there's the Joltik. He only gets 1 prize, which is good. And yeah, let's see. Let's see. Trainer's Mail. So we're gonna see a long turn from my opponent. Definitely gonna see a long turn from my opponent. Revive. Okay, Fighting Fury Belt makes sense. Yeah, this is going to be a really tough match. Okay, he flips tails and he's using Birch and Revive, so that's definitely not an optimal Night March list. This will mean he will whiff the KO on the Yveltal, which I'm completely fine with. And yeah, I'm actually just realizing I don't actually have any tool removal at my disposal. Definitely should be playing 1 Megaphone at least. Definitely should be playing 1 Megaphone at least to remove those pesky Fighting Fury belts especially. And what? Unknown. So is this a Vespiquen version of the deck? Wow. Well, that was a really nice 4 cards for my opponent to get off of the Birch. So he still has a shot to KO us. Still needs a Compressor and a DCE off of those 6 cards, which is not unrealistic. Well, now it's a Stadium and a Compressor off of the 6 cards, 7 I guess because of Unknown. Does he get it though? Nope. Okay, so he simply passes. Now I top deck another Energy, but I cannot Lysander and retreat at the same time. I could Lysander up the Shaymin, but I feel like that will delay me way too much. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna end my opponent. We don't know what he had after the Shaymin. He might have a really good hand, he might not. But this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for Darkrai. And in an ideal world, I would get the other Darkrai instead. I'm gonna discard this Energy, I'm gonna discard the Yveltal. I will find this Darkrai. I don't want to bench Shaymins, that's for sure. This way I can free retreat just in case. And I will simply Oblivion Wing. Only 30 damage, so we miss that KO. We don't get too much of an explosive start here. But yeah. The opponent didn't put any pressure on us either. And with a Fighting Fury belt, I feel like Darkrai should be able to trade somewhat favorably against Night March. I could also power up this Darkrai-EX as well, because Night Spear could get us 2 KOs and it could survive 2 hits potentially, especially with the Psychic Resistance. So yeah, there's a ton of things that can happen here. A ton of things that can happen here. And yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Okay, so it discards 2 Night Marchers. The first 2 Night Marchers. Probably gonna find another Shaymin, maybe. Nope, simply goes for Joltik. I don't know why he's using Unknown though, because we haven't seen Vespiquen at all just yet. No Stadium either so far. So yeah, last turn I played, or my first turn I played super cautiously in order to try and prevent or to try and mitigate the turn 1 KO. He actually has another Psychic Energy, so now he can definitely copy Joltik, but he's gonna have a really hard time KOing Yveltal if he doesn't find 2 Battle Compressors off of his next cards. Although, I mean, odds are he will find the 2 Battle Compressors, you know? Yep, there it is. Now, would he have used Unknown's ability before the Battle Compressor? I don't think so. So I believe he didn't get a Battle Compressor. He got that one off of the Unknown, so he might still whiff the KO. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, he's 30 short of the KO so far. Does he find another Battle Compressor? That's the question here. That is the question. It's a Fighting Fury Belt onto the Mew, so we're not gonna be able to KO it. It now has 90 damage, so I can't deal 60 damage with my Yveltal. And he's gonna Night March for 110 damage. Okay, that's fair. That is definitely fair. So I get another Darkrai, and I'm just gonna bench it and play Sycamore. Now we're talking. Okay, so I could... No, I can't. I was gonna say I could potentially power up this Darkrai. Maybe I should have attached to that Darkrai. That was bad. Okay. Huh. So I definitely want to get a KO here. I definitely want to do that. I also want to discard a few Darkness Energy so that I can abuse my Dark Patches. Only 2 though. I'm gonna discard only 2, and I'm gonna discard the Keldeo potentially. No, I'm gonna discard BAC so that I have access to it a lot easier through my Verse Seekers. Then I am going to Dark Patch and Energy onto this Darkrai, and I'm gonna attach an energy to this Darkrai. I'm going to free retreat, and I'm gonna take a KO here. Not gonna play my Stadium just yet, there's no need. My opponent should struggle quite a bit in KOing this Darkrai-EX, I would imagine. And we're gonna get our first prize card. Now we know the other Darkrai-EX is in the deck, so if my opponent doesn't KO me, I could potentially Ninja Boy out into that other Darkrai-EX, attach an energy, and get a double KO on the Fighting Fury belted Joltik and the benched Joltik as well. Now something appears to be happening here. Nope. Okay, so maybe my opponent was simply choosing who to promote. Now there's another Mew. Are we going to see... I mean, he needs 11 Night Marchers in the discard pile to KO me, and he has 2 in play, so there's actually absolutely no way he can one-hit KO me without removing my Fighting Fury belt. There's no way he can do that. So if he doesn't end us, we could potentially get that double KO. Why would you play Birch over N? That makes no sense. And he flips tails once again. So at most, looks like, okay, at most he will be dealing 170 damage if he gets rid of 3 Night Marchers at this point in time. But if he doesn't get like too many things going, okay, he does get rid of 3 more Night Marchers. Yep, I'm gonna get a double KO, whereas he has yet to get a single KO. And I mean, the follow-up after this Darkrai goes down, that's gonna be rough. But as long as I can find my dark patches, I should be okay. I believe I should be okay. So yeah, he does Night Merge for 170 damage, that's perfectly fine. Even if he had found a way to remove the tool card, he would not have gotten a KO. And now I'm able to, yeah, like this. I counter his Stadium and I get to Ninja Boy. So we're using Ninja Boy right away. We've used it twice now. Ninja Boy this Darkrai for this other Darkrai, which has a Night Spear attack. Pretty awesome. There's all the cards attached, and then I get to attach another energy, and I simply Night Spear for the double knockout, which is great, which is absolutely great. Now he says well played. Well, thank you, sir. And there's a victory. So yeah, with so many Night Marchers in my opponent's discard pile, he only had one Joltik left, I believe, and maybe two Pumpkaboos, one or two, and like just finding another Pokemon and the TCE and enough resources to keep going was going to be really hard for my opponent. So yeah, Ninja Boy coming in clutch. Ninja Boy definitely coming in clutch. Like without Ninja Boy, I think we might have still won that match, but maybe not as dominantly as we just did. But we really won't know. We really will not know. So let's find our next opponent. Okay, so maybe another Night March actually. Maybe another Night March. We might be up against another Night March, and we are waiting for my opponent to load the game. That's weird. Okay. Okay. So, Plasma Coin, that's a really old coin. It's a really old coin. We lose the coin flip. So, we are going first. So that pretty much... Okay, now I do have to start Shaymin. Okay, we might find out what my opponent is using here. We might actually find that out right now. Okay, Raichu, Dimensional Valley, Head Ringer, Pokemon Center Lady. So this is not this is not Night March. This might be something like Raichu, Crobat, Raichu, Trevenant. I generally do not know. It's good that we're starting. I don't know why my opponent would choose not to start. Would be really surprised if he has a way to KO the Shaymin. Really surprised. But we actually get a pretty okay hand to start us off with. A pretty okay hand. Okay, I do want to draw that extra card. A Versus Seeker. That is perfect. Wow, Gengar. Okay. So the Versus Seeker changes everything, because now we can actually Ninja Boy. We can go for the Ninja Boy. Okay, I'm going to Battle Compressor and get rid of... We have all 4 Darkrai's available, which is great. One Yveltal is priced. The other Shaymin is... the other Shaymin is not priced, so hopefully the Ninja Boy is not priced. Okay, Ninja Boy is not priced. I guess I'll get rid of 1 energy, because I'm gonna get rid of another one right away. And just those 2 cards. I mean, I don't really need anything else. Discard it, do I? No, because if I discard more energy, I reduce the odds of hitting with the max elixirs, and I definitely don't want that to happen. I'm gonna get rid of my stadium. I don't feel like I'm gonna need it too much. And okay, so I'm gonna go for the Dark Cloak Darkrai here and power up that guy. Yeah, definitely want to power up that guy. Let's see if I hit the max elixirs. I do hit the first one, which is great. Will I hit the second one? I do. Perfect. And now, do I N or do I Verse Seeker for another Pokemon? I guess I'll N, because I mean, Ninja Boying away the Shaymin would be nice, especially considering my opponent is using the Raichu that hits for weakness on the bench, but it's not 100% necessary, you know. I do find another Darkrai. I do find an energy for the turn, and I can attach Fighting Fury belts over here. But I mean, I guess I'll attach to Shaymin and retreat immediately. And I'm gonna pass. Okay, sorry that the cards keep popping up. My mouse is acting really weird. I feel like I need a new one now because it's not working properly. It's not working properly. All my left clicks end up counting as right clicks. But yeah, Gengar-EX, not the most competitive card. We have the weakness advantage. We are in a pretty good scenario, so I mean, I don't see my opponent threatening us too much in this next turn. I'm just now thinking that maybe a Sigilyph could be problematic. We do see Trevenant, so it's a Raichu Gengar Trevenant deck. So not the most competitive, like I mentioned. Not the most competitive. I mean, well, Raichu won't be able to one-hit KO us. It really won't be able to one-hit KO us. And that's fine. That's generally fine. Okay, so Night Attack. 3 damage counters. So we're basically gonna start us off with 2 free prizes pretty much. We top deck a Trainer's Mail, so let's use it before we Sycamore. We get a Max Elixir. Now, this is interesting because I will use the Max Elixir, but the Max Elixir could potentially cause us to whiff an energy. Well, never mind, because I don't even hit the Max Elixir. So I'll just Sycamore here. I lose my Verse Seeker. All I need is 1 energy. I also get the energy switch, so that's pretty cool. I get a Dark Patch as well. So I'm gonna have 2 Darkrai's powered up already. I will start damaging the bench. I will use the energy switch immediately. There's no reason not to. I even get another chance at a Shaymin potentially, but ideally we simply find my opponent evolves 1 Pokemon and the other not, or something. I don't think we will be able to finish the game next turn unless my opponent doesn't find a Raichu. But we need a Lysander for us to do that, so I feel like it's unlikely. We could Shaymin. We could find our second Shaymin in order to try and get closer to the Lysander. We shall see. We shall see. Okay. So, I guess, yeah, he promotes the damaged Pikachu, which makes sense. Definitely the right choice. But yeah, this game won't be lasting too much longer. Definitely won't be lasting too much longer. There's an energy. Wow. Are we gonna see a Nuzzle? Whew. My opponent does get this away. 4 of my cards. I could AZ to get out of paralysis and keep attacking, but I would lose a ton of resources. So I don't know how viable that is. And wow, the Getsis actually made me lose a ton of resources. A ton of resources. Wow, lucky helmet. And he flips tails for Nuzzle. Okay, I will take that. Now with AZ, I can pick up the Shaymin and draw 6 more cards. Yep, I will take that. Yeah, definitely gonna do that. And yeah, there's the victory. My opponent had no chance at all at this point. Being 3 prizes down, having nothing set up, Trevenant wasn't even going to be a factor and it's weak. So yeah, our second win of the day. Now, honestly, Speed Darkrai might be an overstatement because it's not been very speedy so far. It generally has not been very speedy so far. Hopefully this next game can really showcase like a sick turn of max elixirs and dark patches and all of that. Hopefully. Okay, looks like we're up against Rainbow Road potentially. Looks like we might be up against Rainbow Road. Okay. Okay, so I always choose heads and I flip tails, so we're not going first most likely, although our previous 2 opponents, wow, once again we go first. Huh. Once again we go first. Okay, so dual Darkrai start. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. There we go. Done. Okay. Oh, Zygarde. Wow. Wow. Zygarde is going to be problematic. Zygarde could potentially one-hit KO us. 20 plus 20 with a strong, that's 60, plus a stadium, that's 80, 160, plus a muscle band. He could potentially deal 200 damage. He could definitely deal 200 damage. But I feel like going for a safer play. I'm gonna go for Keldeo with this Ultra Ball and promote the Keldeo. Okay, is I definitely do not want him getting a free KO right now. The Fighting Fury belt I will attach to a Darkrai, and I'm going to Sycamore, get a brand new 7 cards. I'm not gonna play the Stadium because I would only be benefiting him. 190 HP, so much HP. Now I need to find the other Darkrai. Okay, let's use the Trainer's Mail first. Hit another Max Elixir, perfect. So now I might regret discarding the Stadium, but I really need a ton of energy in play. I'm gonna find Yveltal or Darkrai-EX. I mean, how feasible is it for me to one-hit KO Darkrai Zygarde? I deal 20 plus 20 more damage, so I need 9 energy in play. I need 9 energy in play. I can potentially get 4 of them right now. I don't think that's going to be too likely. So I'm gonna find this Darkrai so that I can free retreat later on. And then I'm gonna use Max Elixir. I do hit with the first one, great. And then I'm gonna use another Max Elixir, which I whiff. So that definitely does not help our case. Now I'm simply going to rush in and end my turn. There is a really threatening Zygarde right there. Really threatening. Against our pretty much mono fighting weak deck. Okay. There's an Ultra Ball. Into, I mean, he does have strong energy. So what's the fairy type Pokemon he's using? Hoopa. Huh. Generally don't know what kind of deck my opponent is using. Hoopa, what kind of fairy type Pokemon is he using? Support fairy type. Okay, hopefully we find out right now. Regirock, Lucario, and Shade. So what's the fairy type? Okay, so this is purely a fighting type deck, and we are in a lot of trouble right here. A lot of trouble. Definitely need our Yveltals. Big time. Like, generally big time we need our Yveltals. Okay, there's a strong energy. So far he's only dealing 40 damage, which is great. He's only dealing 40 damage. Max Elixir does hit onto Lucario, another really big threat. Another Max Elixir. And he does hit. Pretty unfair that we didn't hit. And he did, and he has Shaymin. Whew. Okay, maybe my best play here is to have back-to-back one-hit KOs on both of his Pokemon, or have a Super Yveltal charged up. Okay, Escape Rope. He promotes Lucario and deals 120 damage. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. And gets to draw an extra card. Oh, never mind. Gets to draw potentially so many new cards. Okay. Side card. Huh, interesting. Yep. Weakness is a bitch. Okay, so Regirock also adding damage. We top deck a really bad card. Definitely top deck a really bad card. I'm just gonna Sycamore so that I have some energy for a potential Dark Patch. Oh boy, but this is going to be a really, really rough match. I did not expect to see this on the ladder. Okay, we actually find a pretty good hand, honestly. We can get 2 energy into play, 2 more energy. Yveltal-EX is definitely our best attacker here. So I'm gonna Dark Patch onto the Yveltal-EX. And I'm gonna conserve the energy switch for now. I do hit KO the Lucario, which I'm pretty happy about. I am pretty happy about that. He deals 90 damage back to the Yveltal, but we could potentially then get that 2-hit KO with this Darkrai, which would be ideal, I guess. Not gonna play the stadium just yet. I'm just gonna retreat onto Yveltal-EX and deal 100 damage. Simple and easy, 100 damage. There we go. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. If we 2-hit KO and he 2-hit KOs us, then that's an even trade-off because we did get the first attack off. Unless he Lysanders up the damaged Darkrai. Now he does play a stadium. So now he will deal 110 damage onto our Yveltal, and wow. Okay, I don't mind this too much. I do have draw still with the Sycamore, which I'm fine. I lose the energy switch, but it's not the end of the world. I should still be able to find energy next turn off of my Sycamore. I still have 8 potentially left in my deck. And I have Max Elixirs, Dark Patches, etc, etc. But if he... Okay, he only deals 50 damage. That's perfect. If he deals 120 minus 20, yep. He needs another strong energy. Or a fighting stadium as well. That works. Okay. Can we? No, we can't. I'm going to battle compressor, away the other compressor, and one darkness energy, or two? No, just the one. Okay, so now I will dark patch an energy onto this Darkrai. Yeah, this is going to be pretty much mission impossible. Pretty much mission impossible. But if he whiffs a KO on Yveltal-EX, which doesn't seem too likely. Okay, I need a Fighting Fury belt. If I find a Fighting Fury belt, I could be really good here. I could be really, really good. So I'm gonna go for my Shaymin. I still have 2 Fighting Fury belts left. I have 16 cards left in my deck. I'm gonna draw 4. So maybe I can get it. Maybe I won't. But I really need it. If Yveltal-EX can survive an extra turn, oh, I do get it. Okay. So now we rely on my opponent not having the focus Pablo, not having the megaphone or tool scrapper or whatever he uses. Okay, here I am spreading out my energy a little bit so that if he does Lysander and KO something, I don't lose absolutely every resource. But if Yveltal-EX survives, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 energy in play. And then we can Sycamore and potentially find either the max elixir, there's another darkness energy. So if we somehow can get 9 energy into play, we could oh no, never mind, because the Fighting Fury belt adds 10 damage. So we could potentially one-hit KO my opponent. Okay, the red cards, no big deal really. My deck's pretty thin. I even find wow, even if he does KO the Yveltal, we might actually be able to KO my opponent. And he does Sycamore, perfect. So even if he KOs Yveltal-EX, we might be able to get a KO here. We might be able to get a KO. He attaches a muscle band. He's dealing 160 damage. Minus 20, 140, that's 190. That's not a KO. That is absolutely not a KO. Absolutely not a KO. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Wow, 150. Yeah, I said 150, didn't I? Why is it 150? Oh, because of Regirock. Oh, I forgot about Regirock. I completely forgot about Regirock. Okay, I do hit the max elixir, which is great. I will attach to this Darkrai, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 160 plus the 20 base, 180 plus the 10 damage from the Fighting Fury belt. That should be enough to seal off this match. Now, I'm obviously not gonna Sycamore here. If my opponent does end me, I'd rather have the Sycamore in my hand, the Shaymin, or not in my hand, in my deck, the Shaymin, and even the Dark Patch. And yeah, 210 damage. So we even went overkill. We even went overkill here. We're in a pretty good position. I don't see how my opponent comes back at all. I don't see how my opponent comes back at all. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Absolutely perfect. We should see a concession here. Nothing survives the hit from Darkrai. Absolutely nothing here survives the hit. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 energy in play out of the potential 12 we actually play. Card bank. Well, that's the one card that can stop us. But we simply need a Verseeker. We simply need a Verseeker. My opponent will end me. He will go up to 6. I will go down to 2. And we do not get the Verse Seeker. We do not get the Verse Seeker. He didn't get the break, which is great. We get an energy. So, can we hit this max elixir? No, we can't. Carpink is an issue. Carpink is an issue. Okay, I'm just gonna promote Keldeo. No need to allow Darkrai to be damaged. And I'm gonna attach to Shaymin because I could potentially find another energy or the energy switch or something like that, and then Sky Return to free up a bench space. If I do find a Verse Seeker, all I need to do is Lysander, KO whatever I want. Even Ninja Boy into a baby Yveltal to KO Carpink potentially, but I don't have the energy anymore. If he did end me, I will not draw the energy again, which is great. So yeah, it's only a matter of time really before we win this game. It's really only a matter of time. Really only a matter of time. There's another end, so I'm glad I played the energy. Let's see what we get. I don't even know if the Verse Seekers are there, though. That's a problem. I don't even know if the Verse Seekers are in my deck. So we could potentially lose to this Carpink if my last two prizes are the Verse Seekers. That could actually happen. Well, no. Never mind, because we could simply open up a bench space. But yeah, there is the Fighting Fury belt, there is the Ninja Boy, there is the two Verse Seekers. So I'm gonna attach this to Darkrai. I'm going to retreat and attack and start dealing damage to the Shaymin. There's really no reason not to. I don't damage the Carpink, but that's perfectly fine. And yeah, one turn to go. Just the one turn to go. If my opponent does end me, like you can see 5 cards, he goes for Karina, so that's game. That is game. He will find the break, he will deal 40, 80, 160 damage. For a single energy, that's pretty good. With a Stadium and a strong energy, he could potentially one-hit KO my Darkrai-EX, but it's no big deal. We have the KO on Shaymin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We even have the KO on our Regirock potentially. So there's the attack, and now we get to finish this game. He attaches to himself. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. But yeah, I'm just gonna Verse Seeker, Lysander, and be done with this. I could deal maximum damage to this poor Shaymin, so I'm gonna retreat into the Fighting Fury belt to Darkrai, and I'm going to Dark Pulse for a bajillion damage, get my last 2 prizes for game. Like, I was one-hit KOing Mega Pokemon at this point. No Mega Pokemon would have survived that hit, not a single one. And yeah, well, maybe a Primal Groudon with a Heart Charm. But let's find our last game of the day, shall we? We're barely under 45 minutes, so I feel like we have room for one more game. And hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully it's a good one. I can't believe we 6-0'd a fighting type deck. And now we're up against a probably Trevenant. This is probably Trevenant. I lose a coin flip, which is not good. Definitely not good. Because with Jirachi, yeah, Trevenant sleeves, purple deck box. This is not good news. Definitely not good news. Okay. We're gonna start with Baby Yveltal and only Baby Yveltal. I don't have too much else to go with, but all I need is a constant stream of energy, and I should be good here. I generally should be good. I even get a mulligan off of this thing, so there's 2 things that can happen here. If my opponent doesn't get the... What? That's not a Trevenant. That is so not a Trevenant. That is so not a Trevenant. Okay, computer search. Discards 2 energy. Wow, that's pretty risky. That is pretty risky. Now, wow, Shaymin for 2. So my opponent got a pretty bad start, like genuinely bad. Touches a bursting balloon, so it is that version of the Trevenant, and he's not gonna lock item cards this time around. Why would you go for Shaymin if you had such a hand? Why not just go for the what? Okay. Well, that's the easiest victory in my Pokemon career. Easiest victory of my whole Pokemon career. So, what else are we gonna face off against right now? In our last game of the day. Interesting day. Really surprised I did so well against the fighting type deck. I mean, it makes sense. You have a lot more recovery with the dark patches. In the standard format, such a matchup would not have been as easy. And now, either we're up against a Swampert deck, or we might be up against a Seismitoad Hammers kind of deal. I would guess the latter, but I generally keep getting surprised. Now we win the coin flip, so I do want to go first. I feel like a lot of people are simply misclicking. A lot of people are misclicking the choosing to go first option. Potentially, I don't know. I'm not gonna bench Shaymin. I'm not gonna start Shaymin this time around, like I did the previous game. And no, it's Greninja. Okay. Whoa. I just saw the card that goes for 3 basic energy in your deck, and I saw a rock card. I just saw a rock card. Okay. So going first is definitely incredible. Definitely incredible. Okay, I do want my mulligan. I don't want to bench Shaymin, even if you insist. And my opponent did get to start Talonflame. So, I'm going to Ultra Ball away these 2 energy and find myself this Darkrai for now. And then I'm going to... oh crap, I made a mistake. Wait, what? That's a Greninja EX? Okay, for some reason I thought I started the other Darkrai. So never mind me. I'm gonna attach there. That was really dumb. That was really dumb of me. Max Elixir does hit. And now, with the Battle Compressor, I'm going to get rid of a Lysander, a Sycamore, and a Ninja Boy. We see no Shaymin. We see only one of these Darkrai's. Get rid of this guy, a Sycamore, and an energy? No. And the Ninja Boy. No, not the AC. Then not the AC. The Ninja Boy. Okay. Then I'm going to bench Shaymin, because I'd rather see the next 5 and then dig deeper for the Trainer's Mail than do it the other way around. Now I will use the Trainer's Mail. I do find a Fighting Fury Belt, which is cool, but we still don't have the KO. We still don't have anything close to resembling a KO. So I'm just gonna end my opponent. for now. We get another max elixir, which is cool. Do we hit though? Because we have 2 energy in our hand. Nope, we do not. Okay, so now I simply pass. Now with 3 energy in play, I do not KO the Talonflame, not even close. We see Sharon. So yeah. Okay. Dive Ball, we see a lot of energy finding, I guess. A lot of energy finding options. We even see the non-bubble Froakie. See the non-bubble Froakie. Okay. Deals 40 damage. We'll get to go for 2 brand new cards. If we found dark patches, that would be best case scenario. We actually need dark patches, otherwise we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. If I had hit the max elixir, I would have the KO on the Froakie, which would be amazing because he has no other Froakie down. If I had not misplaced the Darkrai, I would have the KO on Froakie. And I top deck a Trench Mail. Okay, so this is our shot at redemption. A max elixir is our shot at redemption. It's the only shot we have actually. So can we hit our 3rd max elixir? Yes. Okay, great. So we will be able to KO Froakie, which I'm glad, and place 30 damage onto a Talonflame, which means we get another KO next turn. At the cost of receiving 40 damage onto our active Darkrai, I will take that trade. Or we could potentially keep Lysandering up the Froakies in order to KO them and prevent the turn to water duplicates, prevent any Greninjas from coming into play, and we get another energy off of our efforts here. Okay. Here's the Talonflame once again. Plays a town map. So he has Super Rod, he has Max Potion, Sealand, that's the card I was saying, where you go for 3 different basic energy cards. He actually has 2 Super Rods in the discard pile. So either he's really unlucky and he priced both, or he plays more than 3. One or the other. So what will he go for? What will he do? Okay, N. I'm perfectly fine with that. Perfectly fine with that. Let's see what we get. Yveltal, Keldeo, Ultra Ball, Energy, Verseeker. Not even a Froakie, and he actually chooses his 2 cards really quickly. So, because we don't see any Froakie, and because Greninja EX is not really scary at all, I am simply going to... Okay, maybe discarding the Keldeo is not the greatest idea, but I want the other Darkrai, and every other card didn't seem as expendable as this one. I do want the KO on the Talonflame. Do I have the KO on the Greninja? No, I do not. I'll just play the energy switch, move the energy to the Darkrai, and Sycamore for a brand new 7 cards. Or actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to end once again my opponent, because He went for 2 exact cards which he thinks or he realizes he needs, so I removed them and potentially mess up with his game plan, and I also get to KO the Talonflame, so he will no longer be able to search for specific cards. And yeah, I'm just gonna take my Night Spear KO here. The math works out really nicely thanks to the Fighting Fury belt. We get the KO on the Talonflame, we deal 30 damage to the Greninja, we free up another Darkrai off of our prizes, we have 5 energy in play, that's 120 damage. With a single extra energy, we have the KO on the Greninja EX, thanks to the 30 damage from Night Spear, so we really couldn't ask for a better setup or scenario here. Now, I will say, we are definitely not playing against the most competitive expanded decks, but that's the issue when you have to record videos and you can't control who you are up against or what kind of decks you play. And yeah, we'll see. We shall see. There's a Rough Seas, so that complicates matters just a little bit, but we actually have Darkness energy in our discard pile, so we will still be able to one-hit KO that Greninja EX and seal off the game with a clean one-hit KO right there. So, basic energy there, dark patch there. Stupid mouse, okay, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus the 20 damage, that is enough. I will not even over KO here. I will simply retreat. 7 energy plus the 20 damage. If I make a mistake here, I apologize, but 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, oops. I apologize for my stupidity. I apparently cannot do maths today. No. Oh boy. I am so sorry guys for making this game any longer than it needs to be. I cannot maths properly. I cannot maths properly. 7 energy, 140 plus 20, 160 Pablo. In what universe did I think otherwise? I do not know. I do not know. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll start powering up this other Darkrai. And once again, I truly apologize for my really bad move there. This game would have been over and I would be telling you guys to please like the video, to support the channel, to subscribe and everything like that. But I am not that good apparently. Okay. I do not get an energy, but I'm just gonna... Yeah, if I had gotten the Fighting Fury belt the previous turn. Okay. So I'm just gonna retreat here and deal an extra 30 damage to the Froakie. That might net us a double KO if he doesn't have the Rough Seas and he does have the Frogadier turn to water duplicates of some sort, and that would actually finish off the game. Another energy, another max elixir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So hopefully we can seal off the match in our next turn. There's a Rough Seas, so never mind. If he benches another Pokemon, we will not be able to close off the match unless it's a 30 HP Joltik, a 30 HP Magikarp maybe. And there's the victory. Okay, so that's gonna be it from me guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you can. It really helps support the channel. Only takes a second. You can do it right now, just 1 second. Subscribe if you haven't yet, so you don't miss out on the action. And remember, on Friday we have TCG Pokédex and I have to feature a Butterfree deck. So I'm gonna try and build the most competitive Butterfree deck ever, but I can't make too many promises, okay? It's a really, like, both Butterfrees that are available are pretty mediocre, to be honest. So no promises there. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow or on Friday.